Our next speaker, Secretary of State Nellie Gorbea, has been a champion of early voting for many years. We are incredibly pleased to have her with us today. Thank you for being here, Secretary.
Thank you, Marcela. And it is such a joy. Let's just say it. It's a joy to be able to gather again together. I want to give a particular shout out. Now I'm going to get into trouble because there's so many of you. And I think this is what's really great about this type of legislation here in Rhode Island, that it truly has support of many, many leaders across our state at the community level and in the legislature. But credit where credit is due. I want to give a shout out in particular to the chief sponsors, or the lead sponsors, as you would say. Senator Euer, Senator Alana DiMario, who's my senator. It's something about North Kingstown, let's just say it. And Representative Kazarian. And so thank you for introducing the legislation and gathering the forces of everybody here to make sure that we can make this legislation pass. And of course, thanks to the Voting Access Coalition. It is amazing to see what can happen when community rises up with their elected leaders to make change happen. I can think of no better location than this for a press conference. I love visiting this mural whenever I have a chance. It's not only a beautiful piece of art, it's also a brilliant expression of civic engagement. And it's why I was really thrilled to be able to offer citations last year to the 4 artists. And I do want to say their names because they did an amazing job. Gonzalez, Kendall Joseph, Jessica Brown, and Mickey Fernandez. Let's give them a big round of applause. And by the way, if you scan the QR code on the mural, you'll be connected to the Secretary of State's website where you can register to vote. For the past 6 years, I've worked to bring modern elements like that into our government. Systems and rules that made sense generations ago don't always work today. And that's why I've worked to pass laws like early in-person voting and online voter registration that can improve access to the ballot box. It's also why I've upgraded our elections hardware with new secure voting machines and electronic poll books that make the experience at polling locations efficient and easy. Because elections should be about the voter. I'm going to say that again. Elections should be about the voter. Last year, I, along with several of the people here today, fought all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, and we won to make that case that elections should be about the voter. We did this to make voting from home more accessible during the pandemic because your health should never be the price of admission to our democracy. And in the end, Rhode Island's election officials delivered a safe and secure general election that shattered turnout records. I was thrilled to see the incredible turnout, but I was just as excited to see that voters cast ballots by mail, early in person, or at the polling place on election day in nearly equal numbers. This shows that Rhode Islanders want options when and how to vote. I'm sure we'll see this in black and white when they release all of these poll numbers, and you'll see it in the details that Marcela just indicated. And it's why, we need to make those changes happen. Is it any coincidence that we just elected our most diverse General Assembly ever in an election with record turnout? No, it's not. It's because we have made it more feasible for people to exercise their right to vote. Elections should be about ensuring that voters can safely and efficiently vote for the candidate they believe will represent them. This is a fundamental part of our democracy. And at a time when we do see states, sadly, working to restrict voting options for their citizens, I am proud that Rhode Island continues to be a leader in voting access, and with this legislation, it will absolutely continue to be leading our country again. So I urge the General Assembly to pass the Let Rhode Island Vote Act this year. Together, we can ensure that Rhode Islanders continue to have safe and secure voting options so that they can hold their government accountable, so that they can have a government that truly represents them. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary Gorbea.